On the Pokrovsk front, groups of Russian infantry are attempting to infiltrate Selidov from the eastern outskirts, but the Ukrainian defenders are holding the line, preventing them from securing their positions. The Russians are actively trying to assault the Pokrovsk direction and are frequently attacking Selidov. Additionally, enemy infantry groups are attempting to infiltrate Selidov from the eastern outskirts, but our defenders are holding the line, pushing them out and preventing them from establishing observation or firing positions, the statement reads. Over the past day, the Russians attacked Selidov 19 times, deploying a significant number of infantry. The Ukrainian National Guardsmen eliminated 118 invaders while repelling these attacks. 52 of them were irrecoverable enemy losses and the rest were wounded. The Russian forces are also actively using aviation against Selidov. The outskirts of the town are regularly subjected to artillery shelling. In total, on October 23rd, in the Pokrovsk sector of the front, the Ukrainian Defense Forces repelled 38 Russian assaults. Ukraine's National Guard units destroyed 1 tank, 5 armored vehicles, 9 cars, 2 ammunition depots, and a Russian electronic warfare station over the past day. As Ukrinform previously reported, there were 148 recorded combat engagements between the Ukrainian Defense Forces and Russian invaders on October 23rd. Ukrainian fighters also have reported significant Russian losses in the Kursk region, with the Armed Forces of Ukraine, AFU, capturing over 700 Russian soldiers, according to the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Additionally, Ukrainian forces have destroyed 45 tanks, 256 armored vehicles, 565 vehicles, 99 artillery systems, and 5 multiple rocket launchers, MRLs. Ukrainian forces have been advancing in the Kursk region for several months. At the end of August, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Oleksandr Syrsky, reported that the AFU had control over 100 settlements and had taken nearly 600 Russian soldiers captive. Meanwhile, Moscow is deploying soldiers from its strategic missile forces, who typically specialize in the operation of nuclear weaponry, to Ukraine. The deployment comes as Russia faces dwindling troops in its offensive against its neighbor. The soldiers are expected to serve as infantry in Russia's invasion, according to Militarny, a Ukrainian media outlet that covers the military. The units were formed in late summer this year and deployed to combat, the outlet reported. The report added that the units likely did not involve specialists directly responsible for the use of nuclear weaponry, but support personnel. Citing a Russian activist group that outfitted the newly formed unit with equipment for the war, Militarny reported that the unit was given civilian Chinese radio stations as it had not been provided with necessary means of communication. Russia's deployment of members of its strategic missile forces to bolster its war efforts comes amid reports, citing data from Ukraine's Ministry of Defense, of heavy single-day losses. Ukrainian officials reported early on Wednesday that Russian forces lost 1,460 troops in the space of 24 hours, which would bring Moscow's total losses of military personnel since February 2022 to 683,040. But Russia does not routinely publicize its military losses, and analysts are skeptical of reports from either side of the conflict. Moscow does, however, regularly report that more than 1,000 Ukrainian fighters are killed or injured each day. Ukraine may be entering the final stages of its war with Russia, with the war potentially drawing to a close by the end of 2025 and early 2026, at least according to Kirilo Budanov, head of Ukraine's Directorate of Intelligence. Budanov shared this projection based on intelligence data during the annual Yalta European Strategy meeting, an international platform that puts together prominent Western and Ukrainian figures. As the initial invasion has evolved into an attritional war, understanding the enemy's will to fight, their resources, and their ability to replace losses becomes critical in order to calculate the trajectory of war. The specific numbers provided by Budanov and backed up by expert analyses provide factual substance to the discussion, making it more valuable for projecting accurate timelines. Widespread use of FPV drones, small racing-style drones costing under $1,000, has reshaped the battlefield. These drones are capable of targeting everything from armored vehicles to advancing infantry and reconnaissance drones, and even helicopters. During the artillery shortages of 2023 and early 2024, FPV drones became a crucial tool in the arsenal, often serving as the primary means to engage the enemy at longer distances, with some able to fly up to 20 kilometers using transmitter drones. Through grassroots efforts, volunteer organizations, and some government assistance, Ukraine has managed to scale the production of drones and standardized munitions for them. While there remains a shortage of drones and a lack of sufficient state involvement in their procurement for military units, the number of drones on the battlefield has surged from just dozens to tens of thousands in under a year, making them an essential part of the war theater. Investing in Ukraine's domestic production and pursuing joint projects with Western countries could be one of the most effective paths forward. This approach can help to reduce the political risks and fallout associated with gaining permission to strike deep inside Russia with Western missiles, something Ukraine has already managed to achieve independently, without resulting in over-exaggerated fears of nuclear missile launches. A self-sufficient Ukraine is more beneficial to its partners, easing the political friction in the West over its own dwindling military supplies. This will help Ukraine to take an important role in a changing security and geopolitical environment, where it can serve as a key partner for Europe in the defense area. With its proven expertise and production capabilities, Ukraine will organically contribute to the Western defense efforts through collaborative projects.